Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Let's Play with me, your host Tim. And today, we will begin playing through Deus Ex Human Revolution, the Director's Cut together. There'll be a bit of prep here, which you can skip by going down to the comments section and clicking on the timestamp I'll try to remember to put down there. That will skip you ahead like 5 or 6 minutes, which will take you to where we actually start the game, assuming I don't talk for too much longer than that, of course. Because we're going to quickly cover what Deus Ex is, how I'll be playing it, and how far I got in the game originally. So if you've never heard of Deus Ex before, I'll be very surprised. The game is pretty popular if I recall correctly. It had quite a cult following from the original Deus Ex game years ago. The game is a first-person shooter, although this one takes a lot of, I want to say, cover shooter mechanics as well. It also is a role-playing game, as we'll have to manage an inventory. We get experience that we can use to unlock different abilities for our main hero, and we'll be in dialogue, or rather, there'll be lots of talking with other NPCs. And we can take different conversation paths when we talk to these people to try to, well, get information, or ask them questions, or etc., etc. Or maybe even persuade them that we want to be able to do something. Maybe they can help us. There's money in the game as well. We'll be able to purchase different types of equipment for us. We can sell stuff in this game as well. And I'm probably forgetting one or two. And you can also upgrade the weapons that you find with different types of upgrades as well. So there's a lot of options and customization when it comes to the game. For the game itself, I played it years ago. It was when the game first came out. What was it, 2011 or so? Yeah, it was at least 5 years ago, so that'd be 2012 or 2011 was when it first came out. And I beat the game, so you should not expect a whole lot of anything new. That said, it has been years. It has been since that first playthrough that I had last played the game. So I am not familiar with the maps anymore. I'm just familiar with some of the major plot points in the game itself. When it comes to the game, you should know that I like walking everywhere, so you should expect me to walk everywhere and take in the sights and make some commentary as you walk around. The game itself has lots of talking in the game, both us with NPCs we can interact with, and via passing conversations we'll overhear as well. I will not talk over any of the conversations if I can help it, and I will be talking in the game as we walk about. There'll be some times when I'm silent when it makes sense, especially during combat situations. But otherwise, I will be making comments, and I'll be reading every text that we find on screen as well, with the exception of the very beginning of the game, where I will skip the thing that we'll be reading, because I don't think it makes a lot of sense to read it on screen. But you can pause the game. It'll make sense when we actually get started. And what else is there? Oh, right! One thing I've always enjoyed about the game is that the game itself, something else I should have said in the early parts, is that unlike a lot of FPSs, or many FPSs I should say, the game presents you with different ways to achieve your goals. We were able to gun down everyone in some scenarios to reach what you need to reach. In other scenarios, but in that same scenario, you can sneak about to try to avoid detection and conserve ammo, or take a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Holistic approach to the situation. I certainly hope I'm using that word correctly. Other times we can talk to someone and maybe be able to persuade them to let us get to where we need to get to, rather than fighting or sneaking whatsoever. And there'll be options such as this throughout the game. One thing as well that I've enjoyed about the game series is that it's not too afraid to bring up different political questions or pose questions about morality, as it were. The first Deus Ex asked quite a few of them, especially about terrorism, if I recall correctly, at least in the beginning portions of the game. As such, just like the first game that I played up here on my channel, I will comment on the politics or what I think about stuff that we've just read. Like, I'll stop, talk about it for a few seconds, assuming we're not in some sort of stealthy, sneaky situation. But otherwise, yeah, I'll talk about politics or what have you a little bit. I'll try to avoid giving anything away about my real-life politics because I know that's a mistake. So we'll avoid that as much as possible. But if the game asks us a question, I'll go ahead and answer it. If the game makes a bunch of statements, I'll give my thought on that too. I think that's one last thing, everyone. I like walking everywhere. I think I might have already said this. I can't remember what I'm talking about because I don't have a script in front of me. So just a heads up that I like walking. So if it makes sense, I'll sprint and or run or jog. But otherwise, walking's the way to go. Quest for Glory 1, that beat into me, walking is what you do, so you should totally expect me to do it here as well. Oh, that's right, and finally, I beat the game. I think I mentioned that already. Alright, so I think that's good. I'm gonna go check out my voice and make sure it's coming out well with what I'm hearing in the game so far. And if it is, then we'll be back to start a new game. So, hey everyone. Okay, this part's coming to you from the future, as it were, which is to say that I've been playing the game for a little bit and recording. I think I just got done compressing, I want to say part 10 or 11 at the moment. And it's come to my attention that during some of these videos that I'm doing, a great deal of it's going to be me walking around and just talking. On those videos where nothing too plot-related occurs, please go down and look at the comments section of the video, or maybe just go down there and look at it right away if you don't care for this sort of thing. And I'll try to put timestamps in these videos where you can click on them to jump ahead to where more story-related things are. Remember that I like walking everywhere in these games, and you're definitely going to see that here. And I'm going to be talking for a lot of it, or some of it at least, but sometimes it's going to be a lot of walking. So I feel bad about that because I am self-conscious of the fact that I need to do it, but other people don't like it. So go down and check the comments section. Also note that while recording this, some of the talking I do is a little more humorous than I thought it would be, which is to say that I will joke about taking out people or stuff of that nature. I don't remember if I did that in the first Deus Ex, and I'm hoping it doesn't detract too much from the story. As it turns out, the first one of these videos I'm going to begin uploading as of tomorrow, June 15th, 2017, I believe. So, if it's annoying, you can probably catch me and stop me from doing it, continuing that way of, that, I don't know how to say it, continuing to be funny, or rather what I think is funny, which probably isn't funny, if I'm being honest. But if you find that annoying, I don't do it overly much, but if you do find it annoying, just let me know, and because I have not beaten the game as of this point. In fact, I'm still maybe a few hours into the game, just as a heads up. Okay, so with that, I'm going to bring you back to the original rest of the first episode. And if it is, then we'll be back to start a new game. So give me a second or two. Okay, everyone. Everything sounds like it's coming out okay. Let's go ahead and start us up a new game. Oh, and there might have been one or two things I've forgotten to mention about how I'll be playing or stuff like that. I'm sure I'll mention it when I get into the game proper. Let's go ahead and start. Right, difficulty setting. So, instinctively, I would like to pick Give Me a Challenge. You enjoy a good story and a good challenge? This is how the game is meant to be played. I played this difficulty setting ages ago when I had first played through the game, and I dare say it was challenging enough for me. So I'm going to pick this difficulty again. I'm good enough to play it on Give Me Deus Ex. However, well, I don't want to have to be constantly reloading the game, which I feel would break the immersion of playing the game. So, ironically, I like playing the game for its story the most, and combat feels natural when it's not too tough. Once I die like 15 or it's 20 times in a game, I feel compelled to start all over because, number one, it punishes me even more to get better, and number two, I've lost any immersion I had in the game because I'm dying, so now I'm playing the game to beat the game mechanics. So I will pick Give Me a Challenge instead. I also am partial to this because it says right there, this is how the game is meant to be played. So, this is what we'll pick. And I think we're good to go, everyone. So let's go ahead.
Is everything in place?
Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I have spoken with Montreal. The broadcast satellites are ours when we need them. A few weeks of discomfort, and the public will be primed for our recall.
And the clinics?
We control their birth rate. They will do as we say.
I still think we should wait for the referendum.
We can't afford to wait. America's Science Board convenes next month.
But the mood among the delegates is shifting. I'm positive that given more time...
No. By going public with this discovery, Sarif is forcing our hand.
The world will not change overnight just because David Sarif wills it. Besides, we can do nothing until our biochip is ready.
I thought you said you were close.
Finding the correct nerve interface has proven more challenging than anticipated. Fortunately, thanks to David, I now know where to look.
And in Washington tonight, crowds continue to gather in front of the Capitol. Most are demanding that Congress severely restrict efforts to alter the human body's abilities. This in response to claims made by biotechnology expert David Sarif that his firm may have discovered a way to make human-controlled evolution available to all. Sarif Industries researchers are set to arrive in Washington tomorrow to defend their claim. But for tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Eidos.
With all due respect, Major, I'll expect 2 security details waiting for us on the tarmac. No, we won't be going through the terminal. It's too exposed. Yes. I'm glad you understand. Good night, idiot.
Something wrong?
No, not for me, it isn't. But you keep pulling on that necklace, Dr. Reed, and you're gonna break it. Come on, Meg. You've defended your research before.
That was different. Then it was all just theories. But this discovery, Adam, it's big. Kepler big. Rosetta Stone big.
So, what's the problem?
They'll want to know how I found it.
Megan, we're leaving for DC and... Adam, you're there. Good, good.
You need something, boss?
Yeah, I want to go over your security plans for Washington before we leave. You and your team ready to go, Megan?
Almost, David. We're just rechecking data.
Well, make it snappy. We have to actually be in Washington before you can dazzle all those federally appointed know-it-alls.
I hate it when he does that. Come on, I'll walk you partway.
Hey everyone. Okay, now as said, I believe, we're going to take a look at this data thing.
Patient X?
That's nothing, Adam. Just some of the research. Look, we really have to go.
I'm not going to read this on screen though. If you're interested in reading this one, go ahead and pause the recording to read it. It's the only one I won't read on screen. I do agree with
David's
Megan.
waiting, Adam. We shouldn't keep him.
Yeah, and I feel like she's pressuring us to leave, and we should go. So let's go ahead and do so. Everyone's waiting.
Warning. This lab is for authorized personnel only.
What did you mean back there, Meg? About how you found it?
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
There's something I should know. About this place, about Sarif.
Megan,
Hold on.
we're still getting biochemical fluctuations across the artificial flow cells.
Okay. But the increased neural peptides coming from the PDOT cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right. I'll double check that.
I can't believe you were asking about David. You've been here long enough to know... Eric! You wouldn't be avoiding me, would you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Dr. Reed. I think I know why Declan's readings are off.
Too many peptides?
I'm thinking the glial tissue breakdown we noticed after splicing in the repressive protein might be the cause. If we had a better cytometer...
We might get a more accurate reading that
Visitors
confirms your
must be
theory.
accompanied
I'll ask
at all
David to
times.
consider it.
Well, if he orders one from Page Industries, maybe they'll throw in another cappuccino maker.
You overthink everything, Adam. The work we're doing is good. We're helping people overcome their physical limitations.
Yeah, except most of our clients seem to be DOD.
You're doing
It's
good.
not all
Just another hour to
military.
go.
We work with teachers, doctors, construction workers.
Damn it!
Watch it, Eddie. Those boxes are worth more than your salary.
Sorry.
Nia, you almost ready?
For Washington? Huh.
Ah, Dr. Reed. This is General O'Neill.
Dr. Sevchenko was telling me you've made progress on the Typhoon.
Yes, thanks to Vasily, actually.
As I was saying, sir, the Typhoon uses a modified combat chassis like the one I'm wearing. But I've improved its design using shaped microcharges to propel the steel balls.
And the backblast problem?
Solved through kinetic bleeders in the augment. Here, watch. Go ahead.
Impressive. How soon till it's ready?
I'm afraid I have to run, but Vasily has all the details, General.
Of course.
We still have some work to do to improve the type.
You're right. The teacher would just love having one of those things.
You're missing the point. Defense contracts keep us afloat, but neural augmentations that make you think faster, react quicker, they can really improve a life. Everybody's lives. David's talked about it for years.
Yeah, he is a talker.
He's a good man. Admit it, Adam. A part of you likes him.
I like everyone, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, right.
How far are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's gotten big, you know. Keeps knocking over all my plants.
Did you destroy that vase yet?
I moved it. And I fenced in the yard. Like you always said you were going to.
Yeah, never got around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things. Adam, there's something
Good evening.
Pritchard.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
There's Farida. I'd better hurry. See you at the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
You fixed that firewall yet?
You don't fix an entire firewall. You find the loophole and plug it.
Then did you plug it?
Yes, I did. Want to know how? Oh, wait, I forgot. Ex-cop. I doubt you'd understand.
Ex-SWAT, and you'd be surprised. Sarif has to see you too.
Athena. She wants me to show her how to track our scientist-implanted locator devices. In case your security plans in Washington don't measure up.
They will.
Gentlemen, how wonderful to see you both. Go right in, Adam. He's waiting.
This is the newest in encrypted GPL trackers, Athena. It transmits data to our dedicated satellites every 10 feet.
I don't care what it takes. I want you, Darrow, in Washington, by my side.
The man doesn't jump for anyone. He's a Nobel Prize winner.
Senators love this guy, Lyle. The hearings will go much smoother with him there. Big day for us tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us to the Hill, and then Federal Protection Services takes over.
Good, good. How's our girl holding up?
She's nervous.
All she has to do is show him her research. She explain it to you?
Not really into the whole science thing, boss.
It's incredible. All those purists out there accusing us of tampering with the natural order, when all Megan's done is figure out how to unlock the potential that exists within our own DNA. It's safer and easier than anything you, Darrow, ever did.
Environmental malfunction. Laboratory subsection 6. All lab chiefs, please report in.
We better not take any chances. Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know what you find. Athena, get someone to shut off the damn racket.
Yes, sir.
Pritchard, where's Megan? She report in yet?
Her GPL implant shows her moving through the microchem labs. I think she's running.
Damn it. Must have been a serious equipment failure. Can you get eyes on her?
I'm trying, but the intellicams aren't responding. There's interference coming from somewhere. Find out what's happening, Jensen. Hurry!
Pritchard? Pritchard!
Everyone, I'm going to be mostly silent for this because it's pretty thematic, just a heads up.
running. Still watching case. Nothing here. Let's go. Wait and see if he comes back. Let's go. Wait and see if he comes back.
Uniforms. They're a part of some organization.
Please don't kill me.
Special scientists.
Normally I try to sneak past them, but I don't like them killing unarmed scientists. Not in my own facility, definitely. Four of them is a little too many for me to just engage in combat. We will attempt to sneak past these ones. If we're caught here, we're definitely dead. We're surrounded.
Someone hiding over there?
probe shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery. thick was the glass?
Come on, Adam. Stay with us. He's no good to me like this.
Prepare for insertion of ERCC-1 craft.
Steady.
He doesn't need that.
Where's that cyber-arm prosthesis?
I love you.
Haven't you lost enough people today?
I'm sorry.
We're seconds away.
His body can take it.
Miraculous. I think we got him, Doctor.
Give him the info link. Fine. Give me the telecom package.
Adam, it's David. You in the building?
Just entered the lobby.
Sorry to put you out of sick leave so soon, but we've got a situation. A break-in at our Milwaukee Junction factory. Meet me at the helipad.
I have to see Pritchard first. Something's wrong with my retinal enhancement.
Frank's on the second floor in the tech lab. Make it quick. People's lives are at stake.
Hi everyone, I'm going to put a cut here, and actually this will be the end of this session. I need to double check and make sure everything's coming out okay to my liking when it comes to the music and volumes, etc. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.